Hello everyone. In this video we are going to solve advent of code problem number 2, which is rock paper scissors. So in this video, in this problem you will have a set of choices. So first choices is for opponent choice and the second one is your choice, and you have to calculate the total number of score you get. So how this rock paper scissors work, like, so suppose if you get rock, and then opponent gets scissor, then you win, right? Then you win. If you get scissor and opponent get paper, then you win. And if you get paper and opponent get rock, then you win. So this is the winning condition. Okay, so this is the winning condition for winning condition. Okay, so this is a winning condition for rock paper and scissor game. So here you have some set of choices, like if you see A is mapped to the rock, B is mapped to this paper, and C is mapped to scissor. So and similarly for your choice, X is mapped to rock, Y is mapped for paper, and Z is mapped for scissor. So let me just define the map in the code. So first let's open here and let's just define rock paper. Okay, so this is the three conditions I have added: rock paper scissors, and I have assigned some values to it. Okay, so if you go to the problem and if you read it, then you will get, like, if so what is the condition of winning. So if you suppose the first round opponent will choose a rock, so here opponent choose rock and you choose paper, like this one. So opponent chooses rock and you choose paper. In that case you lose, right? Okay, no. So here if you see so paper has higher priority than rock, then you win. And in case of you win, you will get 6 score, and plus the choice you have taken. The choice you have taken is paper, and paper will have a score 2. So total score will be 2 plus the winner score, which is 3, which is 6. So total score will be 6 plus 2, which is 8, right? If game draw, in that case you will get 3 score. If you lose, then in that case you will get 0 score. Depending on the choice rock for rock you will get 1 score, for paper you will get 2 score, and for scissor you will get 3 score. If you win, you will get 6. If you lose, you will get 0, and in case of draw you will get 3. Okay, so this is the condition. So in the first problem it is saying what would be the total score if everything goes exactly according to your strategy guide. So since I have already solved this problem, and I have already taken the input provided by this advent of code, the first problem answer is 12,156. Let me just solve it for you. Okay, so if I open here, so assume I have defined rock, a score for rock is 1 as shown here, a score for paper is 2, a score for scissor is 3. So now let me just define one function which is called def check a score. It will have two choices, choice 1 and choice 2. The choice 1 is for the opponent choice, and choice 2 is for your choice. Okay, but before that let me just create a mapping, opponent mapping, opponent mapping, it will map A will map to rock, B will map to paper, and C will map to Caesar. Similarly, my choice will in my choice X will map to rock, Y will map to paper, and Z will map to Caesar. Okay, so this is done, right? Now I will write one function. Here I will first calculate the value for that choice. So first calculate the value for that choice. So choice will be for the opponent choice, it will be of A, B, C, and for my choice it will be X, Y, Z. So first calculate the value, and V2 is for my choice and choice. Okay, so here you will get from here you will get value like for rock you will get 1 2 3 whatever. So now let me just write the winning condition. So let me just write first the winning condition. So suppose if we get v1 equal to v2, means both have chosen the same thing. So in that case it will draw. So before doing that, let me just write one variable result and initially assign it to 0. So if game is draw, then we will add result plus equal to 3 as discussed here. So if game is draw, then you will get 3 score. Okay. Now if opponent choice is rock and your choice is Caesar, then in that case what will happen? In that case game will draw, right? Now second thing, if opponent's choice is Caesar and your choice is paper, Caesar and your choice is paper, in that case also game will draw. Now if opponent's choice is paper and your choice is rock, paper and your choice is rock, then also game will draw. So in every scenario result will in every scenario opponent will win, then your score will be 0. So you will add result plus equal to 0. Otherwise if none of the conditions satisfied, then you win. So for winning condition you will get 6 score, right? So you can define it in the enum like same as this one. Like for winning you will define 6, for lose you will define 0, and for draw you can define 3. So this one is done, right? Now now one more thing we are missing. We are missing the score of your current choice. So you have to return a score of your current choice to the result. You have to add your score of the current choice in the result as mentioned here. As mentioned here, you have to add a current choice in the result. Okay, so let me just add define, instead of writing it as 0, let me just add it to the current score. Let me just initialize result with the current choice score. So I have just initialized current choice score to result. So at the end you will get the winning or losing or draw score plus the current choice score, and we will simply return result. So this one is to check a score. Now let me just write for part 1. In the part 1 it is saying you have to calculate the total number of a score of your total number of a score you will get at the end of the game. So now let me just open the input file. So this is my input file which I got for the challenge. So let me just open this file, input.txt as file. Now for line in file, okay, now here choice 1 and choice 2 I am just extracting. I will split the choice like I will split the choice with the space since it has single space. Okay, so now I will split, but before that I will r a strip to remove a new line, and I will just split with the a space. Now you have choice 1 and choice 2. Now what I will do, I will just calculate total plus equal to uh, check a score of choice 1 and choice 2. Now it will calculate the total number of choices, total choice, a total score of the current choice, and add it to the total, and at the end I will simply return total score. Now let me just print the value of total score. Okay, let me just make this function as part 1 since we will need one more function to for choice 2 part 2. Python 3 main.py. Okay, so here I am getting 19890. Okay, so is this the correct answer? Let me just check. 19890. So for the choice 1 it should be 12156. So since I think I'm making some mistake, let me just check what mistake I'm making. So here I have taken v1 opponent mapping choice 1, v2 my choice, choice 2 rock paper and seizure. If both results are equal, which means game is draw, in that case I'm adding 3 to the result, which is draw a score. If v1 equal to rock and v2 equal to seizure, or instead okay, it should be L if not if condition. I think I have made this mistake, so let me just try again. Yeah, 12156. I'm getting the correct result now. So this is the part 1 result, and we are getting that. So we have got 12156 as a part 1 result. So this is for the part 1. Now let's check the part 2. What it is saying in the part 2. In part 2 it is saying that the input will be same, and here are some conditions like if you get x, which means you need to lose. If you get x, which means you have to lose. If you get y, then it means that you have to draw the game. And if you get z, it means you have to win. Everything is same, but we have to implement this condition and calculate the total number of score. So for here it is just explaining in the same format. Like, let me just show you. Here we get y, which means we have to draw. How are we going to draw this game? Since opponent has chosen rock, then if we choose rock, then game will draw. Here we get x, which means we have to lose. Opponent has chosen paper, then if opponent had chosen paper, what value we choose, then we will lose. If we choose rock, then we will lose. So we have to choose a rock. So same thing it is explaining here, right? In the second round, if opponent will choose paper, then you have to choose rock to lose. So that we have to implement. So let me just go to, I'm not clearing this one, I'm just taking this for a reference. Let me just create one more function. It is I'm just naming this function as uh, predict next move. Okay, here I'm just taking choice 1 and choice 2. Now I will just calculate the current score of the opponent. So opponent mapping of choice 1. Now based on the choice 2, I will decide what move do I have to take. So here, if let me just handle first draw case. If choice 2 equal to y, which means game will draw, right? Then in that case we have to add current score like this one v1, like suppose it has chosen rock, then current score of rock plus the draw score. Then in that case we have to simply return current score of opponent, or current score of the choice plus 3, which is 3 for the draw. Else if choice is x, which means we have to lose. So here I have to check if opponent's choice is rock. If opponent has chosen rock, then what value do we choose to lose? If we choose Caesar, then we will lose, right? So here we will choose Caesar. So let me just define one more variable here. Result equal to 0. So here if we choose result equal to Caesar, then we will lose. Else if opponent has chosen Caesar, then what value do we choose to lose? If opponent has chosen Caesar, then if we choose paper, then we will lose, right? Similarly, if opponent has chosen paper, then if we choose rock, then we will lose. So this is for the losing condition. So v1 is for opponent, right? So if opponent has chosen rock, then if we choose Caesar, then we will lose. If opponent has chosen Caesar, then if we choose paper, then we will lose. Okay. Similarly, we will calculate for the winning condition. Now here let me just copy paste the same thing here again, and we will calculate. If opponent has chosen rock, then what value do we choose to win? If opponent has chosen rock, then if we choose paper, then in that case we will win. Okay. If opponent has chosen Caesar, then what value do we choose to win? Then in that case we will have to choose rock. You are you getting my point? Like if opponent has chosen this Caesar, then if we choose rock, then we will win. If opponent has chosen paper, then what value do we choose to win? Opponent has chosen paper. If we choose Caesar, then we will win. Okay, and at the end we will add winning score. So winning score is 6. Here also you can, for your understanding, you can add result plus equal to 0. 0 is for losing condition, lose a score. Here it is win a score, and here if you see we are adding draw a score. Okay, and at the end you can simply return result. Okay, so this one is to predict the next move. Now let me just uh, create one function which is part, naming it as part2. Let me just copy paste everything from the function 1, part1 function, paste it here. Now we will simply call this function predict next move instead of calling check a score, and here we will simply print part2. Everything is same, parameter is also same, everything is same. We are just replacing current value, means just renaming the function. Let me just run this program and see. Let me just, okay, hide it first. Okay, we are getting 10835. Let me just check if we are getting the correct output. 10835, which is correct. So we have simply written everything in the code is, means in this second part 2, we have to just find based on the sum condition, we have to find the next move, right? If opponent has chosen something, then what value do we choose to satisfy the current condition? So in case of draw, we simply added 3 to the opponent score. Okay, in case of losing, we have simply means checked what value do we have to use to lose, and in case of win, what value do we have to use to win. Okay, so this is it. I will link code of this video in the description. I think there are a lots of if else condition here. If you want, you can definitely optimize it, but optimize it and paste it in the comments so that people can check. But that's it from my side. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more challenges from the Advent of Code 2022. uh, Thanks for watching.